To support the show, visit us at patreon.com/retroam. Get early access, bonus episodes, and access to our growing collection of premium podcasts, where we cover other JRPGs like Terranigma, Parasite Eve, and Star Ocean.
Hey, Eric.
Hey, Chris.
If you hosted a Philip K. Dick podcast, what would you call it?
Dickin'.
All right. Would you like to hear some hot sounds?
Dick's out.
Welcome to Retrograde Amnesia, a comprehensive podcast where we discuss classic JRPGs chapter by chapter, beat by beat. This is Season 3, Final Fantasy VIII. We are at the end of Disc 2. A large battle of gardens is happening. We're rubbing together while my sword rubs through the flesh of my enemies.
But the soul still burns.
My name is Chris. I'm joined by Eric. Hey, Eric.
What's up, Chris?
Hey, what's up? We're also joined by the RealNet, a collective of patrons who are listening to us record live. You too can join this conversation. You can have a conversation with us at patreon.com/retroam.
We are also joined by the Fake Net, our post-production AI companion, and the person that sticks their head out the window in the practice level of Skate or Die 2 when you're doing half-pipe tricks in the backyard.
Initializing Fake Net.
I can do sick kickflips off your mom, as well as my mom, who was 10 floppy disks containing Doom 2 WADs.
Anyway.
Speaking of class, Chris, Squall just gave a speech to his entire school. You ever give an entire school speech? To the whole school?
Fuck no. I was once on a game. This memory just came to me.
Let's do it. Improvise.
I was once on a Jeopardy kind of game show. Like
Quick recall.
There was like a Jeopardy performance on the school stage, a school play kind of thing, where there was a host and contestants. And I was on there. And I don't think I did very well. Because I was in front of the entire school talking and that made me nervous. This was not a speech, but when the host comes and they try to get some fun facts about the contestants.
Yeah.
The question they asked me was, Chris, what's your favorite video game?
You're the video game kid. That's you.
You're
the one who knows the video games. You bring game pros to school.
Which I don't think I gave the correct answer, but I gave the answer of like the current zeitgeist of my life.
What year is this about? This is grade school, not high school, right?
Yeah, this is grade school.
So it's mid-90s.
Like fourth grade, 4th, 5th grade, something like that.
92.
I said Battletoads, which is not my favorite video game.
It's a respectable answer, though.
But it was a game I was playing a lot at that time. I don't know what the correct answer would have been. It probably would have been Final Fantasy. But I don't want to say that in front of the other kids.
Valis.
Yes.
Get your ass kicked saying something like that. Anyway.
Speaking of Final Fantasy.
Squall just gave an excellent speech, and Katawaki tells him it was great and that he did wonderful. And
yes.
We were affected by his speech, a well-directed speech.
Yes, and the music was good too.
Yes, and the new music, Never Look Back, plays.
Yes.
And Katawaki gives Nita the order to bash into them.
Yes.
Which is, we're fighting the Galbadia garden, Chris.
Yeah.
Garden versus garden, physically. Nita then pulls the throttle back and then pushes it forward. Is this like a flight stick?
What?
Like Nita's tusk controls.
Oh, yeah.
Is how hard he pushes it increase the speed?
Yeah, but it also like he's also like simultaneously like drawing magic from it because it absorbs like life force, and he's drawing magic from it, so he's able to kind of control it partially with his mind.
We should be in marketing and PR because you know how Resident Evil 4 had the chainsaw controller and Final Fantasy X-2 had Eunice Twin B gun controllers?
Yeah.
Final Fantasy VIII Remastered should have come with a fucking tusk.
A Nita stick?
Yeah, a Nita stick that's like 3 feet long.
Yeah.
It's a fucking sword you put into your PlayStation 4.
By the way, I just want to say Nita is doing a great job.
Oh, yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like him better than Bingo already.
I was about to say Nita or Bingo. Wow.
Sigurd.
He's not better than Sigurd, but he's definitely better than Bingo.
cut scene.
Yeah.
We get a pull-out shot of the garden. When it's fully in frame, it cuts sharply to its left and lightly taps Galbadia Garden. Electrical noises spill out. The two grind together, and there is some kind of explosion sound effect. Back in 3F, everyone's world is rocked, and they struggle to keep their balance.
Mm-hmm.
Then the garden is beached. The gang spills out of what I think is the parking garage door. They rush toward the camera, and everyone has a signature line.
Yes. While they do sick poses.
Yes, they do. You say sick poses, but for me, and I've got a screenshot of this, Selfie and Kissed is just T-pose.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I thought it was broken. I was like, what are they fucking doing?
Yeah, this is some real like
Andrew Bynum.
I think they're going for more like a Ginyu squad or Sentai kind of like Ultraman pose or something. Shin Ultraman, can't fucking wait.
I don't know what that is.
Shin Ultraman.
Those are words. I have the
directed by
Ultraman
directed by Hideaki Anno, like Shin Godzilla.
Is Shin his live act? Why does he? Let him do it. Ultraman's awesome.
Shin is like Ultimate or Final or it's like
I'm just saying, like,
we're taking a fucking weird thing from Japanese TV and making it and fucking turning it into Evangelion, basically.
Okay, great.
Anyway,
so their lines. Kista says, "This is it for the world." Selfie says, "For Balam and Trabia." Zell says, "It's payback time." And Irvine, my sweet boy, for me and Selfie.
Wow. Do those scroll quickly or something?
Yeah, they're all on the screen at the exact same time.
Okay,
I just guessed who said what because there's no name attributed to them. Yeah. But I think I nailed it.
Good job.
Rinoa. Oh, by the way, if you didn't have a memory that doesn't last more than a week from last time, Rinoa has been hanging onto a cliff for like a half hour.
Yeah.
Upper body strength is tremendous.
In terms of this podcast, it's probably closer to 50 minutes.
Soldiers come to meet us. Everybody T-poses and they approach blue Galbadian soldiers. Zell quotes Vasquez and says, "Let's rock."
Yes, let's do it. The scene fades back to Squall. I am now Squall. I'm Squall again. I'm back in the right body.
Yeah. Female student ID number 8 says, "Please help me. Mark is gone. Please help me find him."
Mark.
Shepard.
Mark, where are you, Mark?
Who are you going to rescue, Rinoa or Mark?
Mark. I'm always going to rescue Mark.
Always pick Mark.
Shepard.
Squall thinks he has no other choice and tells her to wait here. He's going for Mark.
I've got to find Mark. Thanks, Mark.
I rush into the hallway and this child Mark is rushing like an idiot around the balcony.
Yes.
I get further in and Mark is having a temper tantrum on the floor.
Do you know why Squall decided to go rescue Mark instead of Rinoa?
Because Mark provides music.
Because Squall believes that all lives matter.
Shepard.
Sorry.
The balcony door opens and a green Galbadian hovercraft pops up. Squall gets a health bar in the bottom left corner of the screen. The hovercraft fucking wrecks Squall, blasting his whole body against the wall and beating the fuck out of him. I can't seem to escape. I can't tell if this is clunky or performing as designed.
Yeah.
Did you get smoked here too?
By the fucking thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I ended up doing this twice, I think.
I did it about 3 times. Yeah.
Okay.
You get pinned against the wall and you get 3 choices.
Yeah.
Run away, threaten enemy, or look for another option.
I need more choices. I like options. That's what I chose. I think that's the correct one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I look around for their options and it continues to beat the shit out of Squall, the leader of the garden.
Yeah, the second time I did this, I was not able to, I was able to press the button for emergency exit before I took more damage on my health bar, which I have grown since then. Did we say that?
Squall you get a fighting game health bar?
Yeah, okay, sorry.
You get some more choices. Ask the girl down the hall for help. Press the button for the emergency exit. Run away or threaten the enemy.
What happens if you ask the girl for help?
I don't know.
I figure that's a bad choice.
Yeah.
Because,
she couldn't help Mark on her own.
We don't want to lose Mark. We've already done enough damage to Mark.
I push the emergency exit button. The emergency exit opens and we fly out the inflatable ramp, which is hilarious. We hang on a dangling cable from this hovercraft and get into a rock'em sock'em fighting game with punch and kick options.
Punch battle.
I take one to the face and Squall plummets to his doom. My health bar was like nothing at this point.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I fell off.
So you get the option to take a game over?
Yes.
Or do it again,
You can try again with HP 200 or game over. What'd you do?
I tried again.
No, with HP 200?
No.
Dude, I did. Give me that HP.
Oh, okay.
I want that shit. I don't give a shit, dude.
So the first time I did this, I was able to last a lot longer than you did there. But the declared winner is whoever has the most health at the end of the CG sequence.
Did you fuck it up so bad the game gave you a tip?
No.
Gave me a tip. It says, when the time is up, the one with the most HP at the end is the winner.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Based on what I just said, I did get that tip and internalized it and didn't realize that it was a tip that I received.
Recycled it with new language.
Yes.
Retrograde amnesia.
Thanks.
I fight again. I knee him 26 consecutive times. The whole time this is happening, the game loops around a CG cutscene of the garden traveling along the earth.
Mm-hmm.
Squall then knocks that fucker off and then floats for a little while. He can't be controlling this, right? It just has to be drifting. And I think what the game is doing is recycling the background over and over until it reaches a divergence point.
Yeah.
So that happens for an indeterminate period of time. And then at some point toward the end of the loop, my guy gets dangerously close to the spinning propulsion system of the garden, but then it sends him sky high and he floats away like a balloon.
Yes.
CG cutscene. Squall has climbed to the top of this craft and he's riding it out. He navigates it over to Rinoa, still hanging on the side of the cliff for over 2 hours with tremendous upper body strength.
Yes.
She grabs a hold of the dangling cable, then either smiles or can't believe this shit, or both. Squall lowers the craft over a battlefield, one consumed by soldiers versus seeds in single combat.
You know what this reminded me of? Which I checked to see if this was maybe a direct inspiration, but it's not because it wasn't out yet. But it reminds me of like the fucking Attack of the Clones shit.
Yeah.
Like at the end when all the Jedi were fighting in the background.
Attack of the Clones was 3 years after this.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Lots of spears versus swords. Squall and Rinoa return to in-game models, then run across a frantic battlefield rife with clinking blades and flying fire spells.
Do you feel like a lot of media from this period of time was like...
Scale? The Braveheart Effect?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was leading towards.
Yeah.
Like we like to see big battles in our cinema. Yeah.
One of the first fake trailers to drop for Attack of the Clones was just Braveheart with lightsabers video photoshopped in.
Yeah, everybody wanted that shit. Yeah. Okay.
Fucking Lord of the Ring. Toward the end, somebody fires a machine gun and clotheslines a guy on a motorcycle, then it cuts to black.
A lot's happening.
Then we're at the entrance to Galbadia Garden. The background is consumed of battle and gunfire.
Yes. Yeah, it's there for quite a while. Like during this entire conversation, we just hear cannon fire and whatnot.
Again, there's just death and destruction and magic happening in the background.
Woo! Yeah. So Squall and Rinoa have made their way to the entrance to Galbadia Garden, and Rinoa thanks Squall for saving her. Squall tells her that it had nothing to do with her, and brings up the fact that, hey, you're still under contract, which I wondered if we were ever going to hear that ever again about the contract, and finally it's here.
Yep, there it is.
He also gives everyone else credit for the idea to rescue her.
The idea to rescue her.
Yes.
Comrades, Chris.
Yes. Thanks, comrades. And
he did say he just happened to find her, which is true.
Yeah, quote, and I just happened to find you. That's all. Rinoa, I think, she can detect this bullshit.
Yeah, she's covering her mouth.
She laughs directly at him.
Yeah.
Squall says, so like I said, don't worry about it.
She's laughing in his face.
Squall is trying to be very cool, but he's explicitly letting Rinoa know that he will actually have the hots for her. Like he's trying not to let his guard down, but he's actually, I think it's having the opposite effect because he's trying to cover for himself. Like, I didn't come to Starbucks because you work here. I just really wanted a nice coffee. Do you think it's what you don't read it that way?
I was thinking of another anecdote, but it's too fucked to even mention, so I'm going to skip it.
Too fucked to even mention, episode 32.
All right, well, I'll tell you, and then we can cut it.
Check the outtakes at the end.
Rinoa says she couldn't afford to fall off the cliff and die. Quote, I have something very important that belongs to you. I can't die until I give it back to you, right? She tells him Zell gave it to her. Chris, there's too much coffee in me, and I'm sweating.
Same.
Squall thinks that he is going to kill Zell. He then tells her it's his favorite ring and that she better give it back.
Yeah.
This would have meant something had the thing ever been mentioned before in this video game and not given it to her 5 minutes before she fell off a cliff.
Yes. Rinoa tells him that it is a cool-looking ring.
Chris, what if the ring controls or calls to Squall and she somehow knew it would let him find her on the cliff?
Oh, like it's got a sonar device?
Echolocation device.
Echolocation. GPS?
Yeah. It's got a GPS in it.
Do you remember when GPS was not a ubiquitous technology and it was the final tech for the good guys on Command & Conquer?
I don't play strategy games. Fear nothing. Rinoa says, I'm sure it is. It's a cool-looking ring. What's this monster on it? Which is like when you show your girlfriend your action figures.
Yeah, yes. Squall says it's not a monster, it's a lion, which is also what you say to your girlfriend when she asks you about your action figures. It's not a transformer, it's a Gundam.
Well, actually, he's a good guy.
Yeah. Well, he says, lions are known for their great strength and pride.
Fucking...
God damn it.
He's so defensive.
Rinoa does a cutesy tiptoe thing towards Squall and says, great strength, pride, kind of like you, Squall. I mean, now that she mentioned it, those are kind of like Squall's only attractive qualities, right?
Leadership and rings?
No. God bless the rings, but no, great strength and pride. Like, those are the only two things that Squall has.
He doesn't have pride. He hates himself. What are you talking about?
He has pride in the mission, though. He has pride in his work.
In the work,
yeah,
right.
The work. I go to work. I roll my sleeves up. My collar's blue.
I do a good job every day. People in my job like me. Rinoa asks, so does this Lion of yours, does it have a name? Squall says, of course it has a name.
Name the character.
What'd you name it? Its default name is Griever.
I named it Near. No, I'm just kidding.
Nita.
That would be great.
Anyway.
Griever.
You called it Griever. You called it default?
Yeah.
I called it Fake Net.
Frightened and weak human beings tend to mock what they fear and can't understand.
Cool. Why are we naming the ring? This is going to be a GF later, I guess.
I'm going to go ahead and say it's going to be an idea that didn't pan out. I don't remember this being anything at all. I'm pretty sure it's not a GF. Unless it's like some end game ultimate GF. It's not a GF you raise and take care of.
So is Griever like a brand that Squall likes, or did he name it that? Because Griever sounds like a name that Squall would have come up with.
It's too edgelord for Squall, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like, but I think it's just like that was emblazoned on the case of his gunblade that he displays proudly as his only decoration in his room.
Yeah.
Like, I think it is linked with the gunblade, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Squall's the only person who has his own
case.
fucking logo. Like, he's designed his own tribal tattoo.
Yeah. Wow.
Rinoa says that Zell told her he would make one exactly like it because I guess Zell has metallurgy skills.
Yes.
She says, who knows? Maybe I can become a lion too. She then claps and gets excited. That'd be crazy, huh? I mean, everyone might, get the wrong idea about us. They have matching rings.
Yeah, Squall dissociates and thinks.
Yeah.
If it's so crazy, why do you sound so delighted? Everyone is trying to get us together. It's so obvious, even I can tell. So Squall's acknowledging that he is a fucking doofus when it comes to social situations, I guess.
Squall tells her she sounds like she wants everyone to actually get the wrong idea. Then Rinoa waves her hand and says no a whole lot.
Yes, with dashes in between them.
Squall then says everyone's waiting. He says, you wait here. Rinoa, let's go. I tell her, let's go. What the fuck? Squall says, she says, okay. Squall says, let's go.
Yeah.
I says, let's go.
I said, let's go as well, so I don't know what happens. I'm sure if you tell her to wait, she says no.
Yeah. Stay out here in this battlefield.
Yeah, there's cannons still blowing up in the background, by the way.
Galbadia Garden hallway. The gang is all here.
Yeah, they brought a save point.
Except Irvine.
Yeah.
They're all delighted to see Rinoa and ask if she's all right. Then Irvine appears out of the ether and suggests the sorceress may be here somewhere. No shit.
Yeah.
Squall thinks there is no turning back now. Forget about the past. She's our enemy now. Don't think twice for a second. There's no way we can fight her like that. I, for one, can't. She chose to fight and became our enemy. We chose to fight back. We have no choice. At least I'd like to think so. Soldiers love dehumanizing the enemy, Chris.
Yes, of course they do. Squall then thinks that he seems like he's the only one getting confused because he's out here confusing people. Like, this speech was not as good as the other one.
No, he kind of
good thing these are these are our comrades, so they know what they're thinking.
Yeah, Rinoa steps forward and says, hey, they're all listening, which has to be a huge confidence boost for Squall.
Yes.
And then she says, Squall, we want to know how you feel. Squall thinks for a second and tells them he'll tell them later once they're all out of this. Yeah, right, dude. He's deflecting. He's never going to tell him.
Yeah.
He says, let's go. And then Galbadia Garden plays with its thunderous intro.
Indeed. The same intro we got when we first came here to visit. And we had to form a party.
Yeah.
Who'd you take?
I don't know.
Oh. Well, I think
I'm doing Irvine and Rinoa at this point because their levels are so far back.
Oh, okay. Because I spent all that time getting the air guys.
Mm-hmm. You need Zell.
I spent so much time getting the air guys.
Oh, God bless the ring.
God bless the ring.
God bless Mei Ling.
Try to be careful and avoid getting into a fight whenever you can.
That I wanted to bring Zell with me here to use that, so I brought Rinoa and Zell.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like kind of secretly a maze, not a maze. There's a bunch of, like, the Galbadia Gardens classrooms and hallways have been expanded to about 2 or 3 different identical copies. And a lot of doors are locked, and there's only one actual way to go. You go right again up some stairs, and you meet 2 people. Who do we meet, Chris?
Yeah, we meet Fujin and Rajan.
Hell yeah. Rajan throws his hands in the air and says, let's just go. Let's get it over with, And I'm like, let's go. Let's go. We're going to fight again.
Yeah.
But they don't want to brawl. They want to negotiate.
Mm-hmm.
Fujin says in her trademark capital letters, request. Rajan replies, we're leaving Seifer up to you, We don't know what's going on anymore, We just want the old Seifer back,
Before Fujin says request, she says fatigued in all caps.
She does?
So I think that means that they're
sick of his shit.
tired of this shit. Like, Squall got through to them, I guess, when we parted ways last time.
I mean,
which I thought was kind of disappointing. Like, I was hoping that Seifer's homies would hang with them. Like, they should have been part of the battle later, I think.
I think that, because it's only been, a week in in-game time since the Balan battle, but they said they want the old Seifer back, and at first I was like, what do you mean he's even worse now? But Seifer in the last hour did just lead a motorcycle invasion of a different school on the southern coastline.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I think, that was after how badly Fujin and Rajan fucked up the occupation of Balam.
Yeah.
Like, they're not cut out. They don't live for this shit like Seifer does.
Yeah, that's a good point. God damn. Not living for this shit. Also, motorcycles coming off of aircraft.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think Fujin alone could have lived for this shit, but she's bound to Rajan, who's kind of a dump.
Yeah.
I'm going to say dunce, but I said dump.
Actually, it works. Squall thinks that Seifer probably thinks he can't go back now. Like, he's too far
deep.
gone. Yeah, he's too deep in the shit. And
After the sorceress parade didn't necessarily indicate that, apparently.
yeah, I think everybody agrees with that.
Squall nods his head and says, all right, that's where I see Fusion bow her head and say fatigued. So I go left. This is all you get with them. They're just like, all right, we out.
Yeah, they're here.
I take the first left, which is a computer lab. It has a row of forward-linked CRTs, each with their own workstations. On the opposite side of the wall are 4 tour bus bunk beds.
Yes.
Galbadia Garden, the tech school, Galbadia Tech. I go in the right door and it's the same thing, but in reverse. There's also a guy in here.
Mm-hmm. Don't kill me.
He says, don't kill him. He says most of the students were kicked out, Chris. So they were expelled.
Yes, he says those bastards just stormed in here during class and took over the place.
That's right.
So I guess the sorceress cared less about the talent of Galbadia Garden and more about the tech of Galbadia Garden. Like, I need a floating fortress.
Yeah, and bastards taking over class once a week is like when the DARE officer came to my school.
Oh my God. For those that not from the United States or younger than us, the DARE officer is a police officer.
Yeah. Whatever.
Just to let people know what the reference was there.
5th grade. So this guy also gives us a key card to fight the sorceress with, because key cards in sorceresses are like oil and water. He says 2 other students are hiding somewhere, both with key cards to restricted areas. Chris, we're now playing Doom.
Yes. Except for I would not call this masterclass level design like the first level of Doom.
No. It's a good first level.
Yeah.
I head all the way back to the starting room. I go right from Fusion and Raijin and find more empty computer labs and dorm areas. I battle a Tri-Face and a Deathclaw, not the one from Fallout.
Yeah, I scanned those guys later, so we'll get there.
Okay, I go left and unlock the formerly locked door to the right. It's the back entrance to the ice hockey rink.
Yeah.
The Zamboni gate at the rear is wide open. From here on, we can also see 2 banners on display by the team. One is the Galbadia logo, while the other is this specific garden's logo.
Yes. Did you get the draw point here?
No, what is it?
It's protect, and it's in front of the goal.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Contextually sensitive draw points, zombies in graveyards and protects in goals.
Good shit.
I get on the ice, and I get into a one-off random battle with a back attack against this game's best enemy. Slapper. Which are guys in hockey gear idly skating. Now, if you remember, I want to believe this isn't Galbadia's hockey team, but the student in the locker room when we were first here said there was a team of like monsters that was going to come play them next week.
Yes.
I have to believe slappers are monsters.
They are, because you know what?
What?
I scanned them.
That's right. What do you scan slappers as?
A member of the Galbadia Garden's demi-human ice hockey club. Attacks with speed and teamwork.
I'm sorry, is this our first demi-human mention in this game?
Yes.
That's 3 retrograde amnesia games in a row that feature demi-humans?
Yes. I don't understand. I think, are these humans that are augmented with monster power?
They're just good at hockey?
And they're only utilized in sports. I don't know.
FakeNet, is there any other demi-human data in Final Fantasy VIII?
Initializing FakeNet.
The word demi does not appear in Shotgun Nova's transcription of the game's script. There are a few game FAQs topics on the matter, but all predictably devolve into posters wanting to perform sexual acts on demi-humans.
Chris, they have an attack called M Formation Go.
Yeah?
That's it. They also have Blizzard, Blizzara, and Water. I summon Pandemona and annihilate them in their windbag.
Oh, yeah, you suck them up in your...
sucking pouch.
Suck pouch, yeah.
I exit the 2-screen rink and find... Why are there demon hockey for 1 screen? Like, this is somebody's fantasy, right? Like, we gotta put this in the game.
Yeah, that was like half of Chrono Cross, right?
Yeah.
Somebody having...
This is my idea. It needs to be here.
Yeah, like, think about how, like, yeah.
So there's nothing in the locker room. I go back. I leave and go to the lecture room, back where I won all these cards from the group of students. One student is here. He tells me they don't stand a chance against them and that we are their last hope. He gives us card key 2.
Mm-hmm.
I leave and exit south, unlocking doors along the way. Everything here looks the same, and they're low-key doing that jail shit again.
Yes.
Budgets, man. Go to that staircase. I pass Fusion and Raijin.
Up to the 3rd floor, right?
Yeah. I get to a unique screen where the staircase terminates at a door. This leads to outside, outdoors on a maroon, rust-colored shell of the garden exterior. I take a look at the clear blue sky, then follow it down. We get to the fenced-off walkway overlooking the concrete recreation courts.
Yes.
Our party nonchalantly jumps 15 feet down into solid concrete, and no one suffers a compound Kevinware fracture.
Thanks.
I go back and once again find myself in the hallway where at the start of all of this. Double back and go left, passing through a nice social area from my tour here last week. I go to the waiting room where Rinoa told everyone she dated Seifer last summer. Nothing is here. I go to the auditorium. The Jumbotron displays a Windows blue screen of death, but in red. I walk into the center of the garden, and there's a massive creature waiting for me, one that I didn't see just 10 seconds ago when I was circumnavigating the upstairs ring overlooking this area. This is optional, Chris. It won't run after you, but I fight it anyway. What is this?
It's a boss. It's called the Cerberus.
That's right. What's a Cerberus?
Well, I don't know. You tell me what a Cerberus is.
Dog with 3 heads. I pet it in Hades.
Yes.
I feed it goods to get by it.
Did you get any dialogue?
Yeah. Irvine says, never knew about this one. Thanks for the intel, jackhole.
In my case, Zell says, Zell wonders if people here know GF.
I mean, they're not supposed to, right? Irvine had no idea. Or maybe they just didn't give it to Irvine because they didn't trust him. He just bought that they don't get him in this place.
Maybe they just have it here so other people can't have it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Prevention.
So the Cerberus also has some dialogue too, and notes that we're pretty confident for humans or something of that nature.
Like, to me, I think I have a note on this later, but Cerberus feels like Galbadia's version of Ifrit, like this punching bag boss they have for like test students with.
Yeah, but this one's actually a very useful punching bag because we can draw Quake.
Hell yeah.
Which is a decent spell. Triple, which
Hold on. What's Quake sound like? Thank you.
Cool, thanks.
Yeah.
Also, Triple. This is maybe one of the very, very few places that you can actually get the spell Triple, which allows you to cast 3 magic spells in a row.
I've given up my quest to draw 100 of everything.
Yeah, same.
So I don't get many of these. I get like 2 rounds.
And
plus
double.
Rinoa is at such a low level, she can't draw this shit.
Cerberus will has the triple property on himself and will cast spells 2 and 3 times at a time.
Yeah.
You can dispel Cerberus so it only does it once.
Tight.
But I didn't know that during the battle. I knew that later. But also I scanned Cerberus, and you know what Boss Music's playing right now? Force Your Way. So that means we have to have options for you to guess of which one. So, Eric, which one of these is the correct scan for Cerberus? Is it number 1, a 3-headed demon dog of hell? In Triple, each of the heads uses different magic. The tail is also powerful. A 3-headed dog obtained from a man the former garden master met in a pub. Served as the guardian of secrets in the garden crypts.
In Bloods.
Number 3 is also known as the Hound of Hades. This 3-headed dog guards the source of triple magic.
It's the first one.
Ding noise.
No way this game references Greek mythology on purpose.
Yeah, that's where I pulled that third one. And the second one is a reference from where Hagrid got the fucking Cerberus in Harry Potter. Fuck J.K. Rowling.
Yes, fuck J.K. Rowling. But Hagrid the Horrible from the comic strip? The Viking?
I don't think it's
the oafish dumbass.
I know it's Hagar the Horrible.
Oh.
Anyway,
I stole a Speed J scroll.
A Speed J scroll. Is that like you junction speed?
Fake net.
I'm pretty sure it lets you junction speed.
Fake net.
Initializing fake net.
I'm even more sure than Crisp that it lets you junction magic to speed.
Eventually, Cerberus will say, "Not bad, mortals."
Yeah.
Then you win. You get a Cerberus card and a 30 AP victory. Do you think when you get cards from GFs, they just couldn't figure out who else to give it to?
Yeah.
Or they just want you to have some good cards?
Well, yeah, that is a source of getting cards if you lose your Seifer card to the Adobe's wife or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Also, some additional trivia on Cerberus related to Cerberus's usage in this video game. Have you used it yet?
Cerberus becomes a guardian force for us.
Yes, obviously, yes. According to the Phantom Wiki and according to myself, because I tried this, when summoned using the GF command, it uses a move called Counter Rockets, which casts double and triple on the party.
Oh, Counter Rockets, of course.
Yes.
What?
Huh?
I don't know why it's called Counter Rockets.
I don't either.
Great.
That's actually a very useful GF because it's not just a damage dealer, it casts double and triple.
So you like Carbuncle, these stat afflicting buffing GFs? GF buffers?
Yes, Carbuncle, Cerberus, and I guess maybe kind of Siren occasionally are decent to use. Everything else.
You know who else both fights and works for Cerberus?
What?
Shepherd. I go left, right to another identical collection of Galbadian hallways.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lecture room. I fight another student. Excuse me, I find one, not fight one.
Yeah.
She says she's going to give me the last card key, which opens up the lock on the elevator. How she knows this is the last key I need is beyond me, but I roll with it.
It's a conspiracy to let us in.
Yeah, they all have walkie-talkies. She also says the sorceress's room is on the top floor. Shit, Chris, we have to go back to that elevator from earlier, the first time when we were here, and it was the only place we couldn't go.
Yeah,
next to that meeting room.
Along the way, I ran into my first Tri-Face, and I scanned it. It's a monster with 3 heads. The 2 heads on the side are not real, but they bite and spit poison as if they were.
Awesome.
Cool. Also, I ran into a Death Claw.
Hold on, I don't know if we've done the Tri-Face entry and exit noises. Okay. Thanks.
Death Claw. These are like these stonky werewolf guys with claw bodies, large talons protruding from each of their limbs. I scanned those guys too. A Deathclaw is a monster with 4 sharp claws, attacks with sheer power, but also uses gas attacks, just like me.
Oh, great. Yeah, gas.
Yeah.
Blue Velvet.
They will do some status effects to you, so you can draw flare from Deathclaws. No, you can draw flare from Tri-Faces, excuse me. It's kind of annoying to do because they poison you.
So, I read that, and it wasn't an option for me, so I guess my levels are pretty low. Remember, I fought fewer than 200 battles at this point. So
yes, you don't love battles. So, what's next, Eric?
We go up the elevator. Succession of witches.
Oh, sorry, I got one more thing.
Okay.
Hold that thought.
That's right.
I went to a save point or some shit and decided to check on my magic and junctions and stuff, make sure I was efficiently equipped. And I realized that we have not used a mechanic that we probably should have been using all along. It is called, I think Quetzalcoatl has this ability that you can use in the menu. It's called mid-level magic refining.
What's that mean?
It is where you can take something like 5 fire spells and turn it into a fire spell.
Condensation.
Yes. You can,
Condensation.
Condensation.
So that will that allowed me to free up some space for my characters because I'm getting full of magic and...
You don't need those wimpy fire spells anymore?
Like when I had to go draw a triple from Cerberus, I didn't have enough space, so I had to cast like Confuse on it 7 times
to get rid of all your Confuse.
Yeah.
You just burned your least powerful spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, this game could be made, at least on the supply side, much easier if I just started converting cards to resources and whatnot, but I need all my cards. What if I lose? Like, I need to have those 17 bite bugs just in case. So we go up this elevator. Music, Succession of Witches plays.
Yeah.
Piano version or orchestra version.
Hell
not
yeah.
the traditional version.
This is the perfect song to play for another disc-ending good-ass showdown
although
moment.
It's like the second time we've had a disc-ending showdown with this song playing. It's kind of like, come on, man.
It is true, but like it's interesting too, because like as we know, like disc 1 ended with a showdown with Seifer, then Idea, and disc 2 is ending with a showdown with Seifer and Idea. But there is new context. There's new context to that, and I think that makes it interesting. Like I'm glad that it was.
All I'm saying is Cerberus should have eaten Seifer, and that should have been the battle.
That'd be cool.
And then he cuts out of it like a fucking Pacific Rim Ron Perlman.
I was gonna say when Shinji bursted out of that fucking basketball angel in the original anime.
Oh, gone. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. How do we describe this room?
Unassuming.
Yeah.
She's seated on a small throne, one backed by those silk drapes and topped off with a massive, I don't know, what do you call this, Chris? Sorceress Design, Trademark, Copyright, LLC, flowery organic magic sculpture?
I called it a napkin.
Yeah, it does look like napkin art.
Yeah, it's just like a floating napkin. I'm not even sure if she's actually sitting on anything. I think she's sitting on like magic. Because her body language here is even more demonic than it was.
She should be sitting on Seifer, who's in bench form.
I mean, basically, that's probably how she's going to treat him after this battle.
Seifer is standing and waiting on her right. I approach and the camera cuts to a closer, more isometric point of view. Seifer is totally believing this shit.
Oh, yeah.
He says, "Oh, you guys shouldn't have. I was going to come visit you at my old home." From here, we can see Adia's golden machined halo above her throne, as well as her wafting, almost rotation effect on the ethereal white flower thing behind her throne.
The napkin, yes.
Chris, flowers, white flowers. Are we reading anything into this? Windhill, flowers, white flowers, ghosts.
If we didn't know Adea's identity already, then maybe we'd be like, oh.
I mean, it's her identity,
ring.
but it's not her. She's like two people.
Yeah.
Squall isn't having any of this shit, telling Seifer to shut up.
Yes.
Seifer is wise to the game, though. He asks if we're coming to fight Matron after all she's done for us. So...
I think Seifer was ready to like have a villain moment and spill the beans on like what's going on.
Oh,
we already know that shit.
That's a really funny way to think about it. I was going to ask when he got woke.
Yeah.
And like, did she tell him or did he figure it out? Has he known the whole time like Irvine? Have they trusted him with the Guardian Force? Did he have memory problems?
I mean, you could put Guardian Forces on Seifer when he was on our team in Delay.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Also, like Idea.
He doesn't use them anymore now, though.
Does he realize she's under control? Or does he still see her as matron and is like too dumb of a boy to realize that she's using him?
He's so eaten up with the idea of being a sorceress's knight that he doesn't give a fuck, I don't think.
He's just really happy mom's a sorceress now?
Yeah. It worked out in his favor. The next part, after Squall tells him to shut up, Seifer has a unique thing to say to every character.
Yes.
I have them. Do you have them?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll go back and forth then. He turns to Rinoa. He says, "Rinoa, what are you doing here? You're going to fight me too? Come, remember a year ago, we... ... Rinoa shouts, "Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop doing this."
He was going to say they spit in each other's mouth. So then he looks at Irvine,
yeah,
maybe, and says, "Hey, you're a Galbadia student. Get over here."
Get over here!
Irvine replies, I'm happy right here, thanks.
Thanks. Yes, yeah, Irvine, there's no backstory between these two, so there's nothing to do.
What's Zell say?
He turns to Zell. He says, "Hey, chicken wuss."
Hit it.
The Final Fantasy VIII Chicken Wuss Count.
8.
Hey, chicken wuss. Lots happened between us, eh?
Zell slams his fist into an open palm and says, "Yeah, I'm dying to get even."
Kistis, he says, Instructor Trep, I'm still one of your dearest students, aren't I? And she says, not anymore.
Yeah.
Damn, relationship with Kistis over.
Yeah. Damn.
Dia is my best friend now.
Selfie. He looks at Selfie. Selfie, right? I wish we had time to get to know each other. And Selfie says, "Nah, you're not my type."
I was going to say, she admired him in her blog.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it is very, yeah.
Squall tells Seifer it's too late. You can't mess with our minds. I don't think he could anyway. He's an idiot. Squall draws his blade, his gunblade, and says to us, you're just another enemy, like one of those monsters at the hockey rink. This comparison seems to upset Seifer, but then he grabs his stomach, laughs, and says, I ain't no monster. I'm the sorceress's knight. He tells us that we're attacking like a swarm.
Does he actually reference the hockey rink, or did you make that up?
I made that up.
Okay. Yeah. Let's say, I would check my notes.
Monsters.
Okay.
Like, was he like a tri-face? No, he's like a slapper.
Yeah. True.
Slappers only. It's my dating site. He walks a bit to the right, then points his gunblade at us and says, we're the monsters. Fuck, dude. We are the monsters. For sure way plays.
Yeah.
Seifer then says, let's go after them monsters, or somebody says that. Squall says that. Who says let's go after them monsters? They say them monsters. That's not grammatically correct, Chris. I have to believe it's Seifer.
He says, and look at you attacking like a swarm. He points back at it and says, you guys are the monsters.
Yeah, he has a whole bunch. After that, like he has a bunch of taunts during the battle. They also include, show me what you got. I'll show you that I'm the better man. Kneel before me. Is that all you got? I can't be beaten. And finally, when he dies, this can't be why. As
Great.
He takes a knee.
Can't believe this shit. Did you scan Seifer?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Well, if you were to scan him, you know one of the three following things, Eric. Has sided with Adea to destroy all seeds. His sword skills have improved, and he has developed a new technique. Number 2, attacks with Adea to destroy seed. His sword skills have been refined, and he has gained more skills. Or is it number 3, manipulated by Adea to serve as her knight. He is the leader of the Twilight Town Disciplinary Committee and is idolized by Vivi for his strength.
Isn't Twilight Town from Kingdom Hearts?
Yes.
Vivi isn't in the second one.
That's what it said on the Kingdom Hearts wiki for
okay,
Seifer.
Shut up. The second one.
That's correct, Eric.
Great.
Thanks, Eric. Good job.
So contextually, I think, is he pulling the trigger of his gunblade on you?
I think it's random.
Yeah, he's like fucking it up sometimes.
Yeah, he's not very good at it.
Yeah.
His new technique, which I referenced in one of the fake ones, is the thing called Demon Slice. Did you see that? Where he like does a fucking spinning thing?
Yeah, Demon Slice.
So I took him out. I actually got to capture this. I'll have to post it on Twitter at some point. The way I finished him off was just the fucking greatest. Because I summoned Tonberry on him, and Tonberry comes out and does the fucking Tonberry knife, and then a comic book speech bubble thing comes up and says doink. The next move, Zell attacked him with a critical hit and did 2,500 damage with air guys.
God bless the ring.
And the way that animation flows from Zell just fucking working Seifer's face to Seifer leaning over into the crumpled position was just beautiful. It was like the perfect, it was a chef's kiss moment, a chef's knife moment, if you will. And I love it. It was great.
Your romantic dream.
It was my romantic dream was to crush Seifer's face with Zell's hands for calling him a chicken was 8 times.
Action and story became synthesis.
Yes.
So after that, Succession of Witches resumes. Seifer is lying down on the floor in the Pete Rose position. Idea calls Seifer...
Wait. What's the Pete Rose position?
Pete Rose was known for always sliding headfirst into bases.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. I thought like there was a picture of him like fucking passed out in a hotel or something like...
Probably too, like David Hasselhoff. Same guy.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. Idea calls Seifer a worthless child and then stands up by evaporating her chair, falling backward and rising like the T-1000, flinging her back forward to stand upright.
Yeah, I said like a broken puppet, but yeah.
Yeah, like a marionette being raised. It's a very upsetting action. Idea starts turning black, opening up a portal beneath her. She transfers down into it.
Yeah.
Squall says the auditorium is right below them. And now you get control back, but did you go talk to Seifer?
Yeah, he says there's no way we can beat her.
Yeah, he's still face down.
Yeah, he's like
he's like, listen, I know that was bad, but you're not going to beat her, so.
He's Hasselhoffing here too because he's like laying down eating a sandwich.
Yeah, eating a hamburger. Fucking Alec Baldwin, all those fucking guys who have done that shit. She only went down there so we have somewhere slightly better to close out a disc battle.
Yes, absolutely.
We go to the auditorium. There's no one here, but the music stops.
Yeah.
Then the pitch-shifted succession of witches a cappellas start again. Squall looks around, confused. Then Edea bursts down out of the Jumbotron.
Yeah.
Doing a double flip and shattering glass everywhere.
It's the Tim Burton Batman shit.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is. She speaks. So the time has come. You're the legendary seed destined to face me. So I guess she knows what a seed is now.
I guess.
Or that her Sid's been calling her. He's coming, fucking boy. Squall has no idea what she's talking about. Edea says she is impressed. An impressive nuisance, though. Your life ends here, Seed. And Seifer walks up and approaches her left side. No, dude.
How'd he get up there? Did he have a portal too? Did she leave
He
a
probably
hole?
just jumped in, yeah.
Okay.
She calls him a worthless fool. Someone thinks that this isn't their matron.
I think it's Squall thinking
All right.
that. Edea says all seeds must perish. It's time to fight.
Premonition plays.
Yes, it's the same battle music that we fought Edea to the first time.
Again, I'm a little upset that they're closing out something. I mean, maybe there's strength in repetition.
I like it. I really do like it. Busted Seifer is also here, though.
Yeah, hunched and winded.
He says that he's the Sorceress Knight and we'll never get past him, even though we just beat his ass with a fucking Tonberry.
Yeah, we can only attack him as this battle opens, and I stole a hero from him.
Good. I decided to scan Seifer again to see if he's got different things, but I scanned Zell by mistake.
You fucking...
Now that the fake net told us we can scan any of our characters, I'm now going to randomly accidentally scan our characters during these things for fun.
What's safe for Zell?
And I consider Zell a boss, so I made a game out of it.
Jesus, Chris.
So sorry if we're overdoing it because we've got two more after this. Is it one of the following three? Loves the hot dogs sold in the garden cafeteria. Uses close combat fighting skills to defeat enemies with punches and kicks.
It's all in the mind.
So number 2. A closed-range fighter from Balam. Relies on brute strength and instincts to defeat enemies. Hates being called a chicken wuss. Or is it number 3? A devotee of hot dogs and T-boards. His face tattoo was inspired by the music video Breathe by the English electronic rock band Prodigy. The song has a jittery faux funk beat, caustic synths, and snarling vocals that get stronger with repeated spins, according to Larry Flick from Billboard.
Maxim Realty. The first high school dance I went to, I walked in the building and Breathe was playing, and I thought it was fucking badass.
Cool.
It's the first one about hot dog salt.
Salt?
You said hot dog salt.
I said sold.
Okay, well, it's that one.
Have you read it? That's right, Eric. You're 3 for 3 today.
Thank you.
Good job. Did you actually know that one? Had you looked all these up?
No, I just guessed.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you had looked these up after
I'm pretty sure the game didn't talk about Prodigy, although Wipeout XL and Wipeout both talked about Prodigy.
Oh, cool.
The Prodigy, excuse me.
We should also credit...
R.I.P. Keith Flint.
We should credit some... Actually, I don't have their names in front of me, but there's some people on in both the YouTube comments and on Discord who pointed out that the Zell face tattoo was most likely from Prodigy, or from Breathe, because that's when that video was running. Because we talked about how Nomura said he was inspired by a music video he saw to Zell.
Change my pitch up.
Smack my bitch up.
Yep. So then I scanned Seifer.
Yeah.
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 Is it one of the following 3? Limping and defeated, he has mustered one final prayer to defeat Seed. His HP is lower due to the previous battle, which he lost. Number 2, defeated once, still trying to save his pride. HP is lower due to the defeat, but his skills are higher. Or is it number 3, unable to face the reality of his defeat, he has taken the battlefield once more. His HP is lower, but his attacks become strong due to his desperation.
Too much words in the last one, so it's the middle one. 25% chance of the first one, I'm going to go middle.
Good job, Eric.
Thanks.
He's on fire.
He's on fire.
Seifer collapsed.
Now I got to find that sound effect.
I think you already have it. Or at least you've used it before.
I had it. I don't have it anymore.
Okay.
Oh my!
So, we beat up Seifer.
Yeah,
right?
we beat the shit out of Seifer, and when he falls, he says, "Damn, I'm disgraced." Is what I say whenever I go to bed.
Now Edea is available to fight. It's weird that that you're not fighting 2 people. You have to, Seifer is the shield here. Edea does nothing.
Well, I think there's something thematically to just beating him up again. After you beat him up.
Yeah.
Edea has Demi and Alexander to draw. Demi is a spell. Alexander is a guardian force.
I'm not Alexander.
Mike Tyson. She also casts Maelstrom, and I like the idea of magic we don't know about and can never draw that she just has on her.
Yeah, that must be, she must be tapping into her sorceress magic for that, I guess. That's a pretty strong spell. It owns everyone pretty good in my case, but Angelo doesn't give a fuck.
Oh, yeah?
And comes out. Like, he runs out and does the counter, because I have the Angelo counter now. It's pretty funny to see the dog headbutt the sorceress.
My only note is I want to go to sleep, so I turn on Battle Boost and smoke her with pulse ammo.
Oh, good. I mugged a Royal Crown from her, which gives a Guardian Force magic plus 60%.
What's your favorite Royal Crown Cola?
None of them.
Crown Royal Bourbon Whiskey.
The bags are good for storage.
They are. I keep my SD cards in one.
Also, before I killed this lady, or defeated this lady, I scanned her.
Jesus Christ. Okay, let's do it.
I can stop doing this.
No, keep doing it.
I can stop doing it.
Don't stop it. Don't stop doing this.
Aren't we about committing to the bits, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Eric, it's one of the following three. A sorceress bent on conquering the world.
Bent sorceress.
Hired Galbadia Garden forces to destroy Seed, which stands in her way.
It's that one.
Is it number 2? A sorceress who has lost her sense of self to conquer the world has manipulated Galbadia Garden to her own ends in this battle.
I told you the answer.
Or is it number 3? Adea's character was designed for Final Fantasy VII, and Tetsuya Nomura intended the design to emulate the style of Yoshitaka Amano. It was not until Final Fantasy VIII that Nomura found a way to use her. You said it was the first one, right?
Yeah.
That's correct.
I know. Thank you. I think I've solved Chris, honestly.
I tried really hard on a couple of these, but you got me. So we defeat her.
50 AP, Force Armlet.
She grabs her chest kind of like she's wincing over.
Yeah, the battle afterward is engulfed in a screen of white magic. And then there's an ethereal aura that's audible in the background. It almost sounds like something is breathing through it.
Yeah.
It's really crazy. Squall wonders what happened. He doesn't know what's happening to his own body. And then you see kind of Rinoa in like a dreamlike haze, zombie walk over to the fallen body of Seifer. She then drops to her knees in front of him. She picks up his front half at a weird angle, and I can't tell if she's trying to get something underneath him or if she's comforting him like people do in movies when their loved one is all fucked up.
That's the read that I got, and it really caught me off guard. I did not expect this to happen.
No. Squall can't believe this shit. It fades to white, it flashes in and out, and then Seifer is standing up and walking away. So, did she heal Seifer? And if so, does that mean we also killed Seifer?
Oh, maybe we did kill Seifer.
And she just, like, either under her control, or that she just still felt something for him, and for some reason it was used healing magic.
Yeah, but she seemed as if she was, she was not of herself right now. Something's happening to her.
The white then fades, and Rinoa passes out as the background tone silences. Kistis, who wasn't here, runs up to Rinoa and asks if she's all right. Idea then, as music Fragment of Memories plays, says, Squall Kistis selfie. Kistis looks up at her and the camera shifts to the lectern. Idea looks like she has a headache, but she powers through it and speaks. Irvine, Zell, you've all grown so much and become so strong. I've waited for this day to come and also feared this day would come. Is today a joyous day or an odious day? Where is Alone? Have I protected Alone? Squall doesn't understand what's happening and no one answers her. Then something super creepy happens. The music stops and Kistis screams Squall's name.
Yeah.
And the camera pans down and we get a stinger, some kind of sinister ringing and wind. And Kistis turns her head and looks eerie as hell. Rinoa is still face down on the ground and Kistis says, it's Rinoa. The screen turns black and Squall wonders what's wrong.
Shit.
So I instantly think Idea is back to Idea and Sorceress mind control has been passed to Rinoa.
Yeah, that seems to be what's going on here. Like
she mopped up Seifer.
Whoever was using Idea has now transitioned to Rinoa. And it appears that, like, based on what Idea said there at the end about where is Alone, have I protected Alone, like this was part of a plan.
Yeah, and like she has been zonked out of it for God knows how long when she was with Alone.
Like she knew that Alone was going, like that as soon as she lost herself, that Alone was going to be in danger.
Yeah.
And that was part of, I mean, I'm sure it was part of the plan. Like the seed ship that came to take Alone seemed like that was part of the scenario all along.
Yeah.
Like she was to stay at Garden for whatever reason, and then at the right time, then they would sail off with her. And here we are.
I want an exposition dump where her and Sid come out and explain what the plan was.
Yeah, I think that's
the cogs of fate, they began to turn.
I think that's going to happen, but I'm not 100% sure. So for as weird as this disc started off, I think that it ended in a really interesting way. I think maybe the idea of like suddenly not knowing who the bad guy is kind of cool.
It showed more than it told, which is really, it showed restraint for a JRPG, which they usually don't do unless limited by budget.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they didn't. They're not quite ready to dump more exposition on us right here at the end, and it's leaving us like our disc swapping moment is supposed to be like, oh, I want to know the answers to these questions.
And you hurriedly pop open that PS1 and put the other disc, and now it just goes to Balam Garden, which that'll be next time. But it is supposed to be like I've taken better note of rising and falling action as we play Final Fantasy VIII, because the past two games we've played have only been 2 discs with very interesting divergence points, but this is actually paced out like it's a mid-season arc or something.
Yeah, it does feel. I think when we had the every F and FF guys on the podcast on episode 16, I think one of them mentioned that the Final Fantasy VIII feels like a series of 3 or 4 films that were directed by different people.
Oh yeah,
like based on the like kind of the tone.
The Alien quadrilogy.
Yes, kind of like that maybe. Please look forward to disc 3, I guess. Right? Anything else? Okay.
You gotta say, let's check in with the real net.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it. Let's check in with the real net.
Initializing real net.
Denty says FF8's romance has the same energy as a D&D campaign where one player makes a lone wolf character who continually refuses opportunities to join the rest of the party and the entire plot drags for it.
I can believe that.
Yeah.
Is he a lone wolf or a lone lion?
Ugh. SSD Ninja says, I'd call it Ignoring the Abuse, a Philip K. Dick podcast. Let's maybe not celebrate Philip K. Dick's personal life. I don't know what the fuck this is, but SSD Ninja posts a link to the NewYorker.com and says it's called LPD, Libertarian Police Department.
What?
I was shooting. I'm only going to read the first line here that comes with the link. It says, "Oh, this was in reaction to me talking about the coin-operated doors." I think the line says, "I was shooting heroin and reading The Fountainhead in front of the seat of my privately owned police cruiser when a call came in." I think it's satire.
I hope so.
It's satire.
That's too perfect to exist in nature.
Yeah, yeah. John Doe says, I was in a school assembly in high school. Jello wrestled another kid for the amusement of the student body.
Oh, boy.
Big takeaways. Holy shit, dry Jello sucks to get off your clothes and body.
Yeah, like, I'm into fitness, and people keep asking me to do, like, the mud run shit, and I'm like, or Tough Mudders, and I'm like, I don't want to get all this fucking shit on me. I'm fine with running. I'll go run with you, but I don't want to be covered. I need to drive home from this.
Yeah. DeBito says, Shin means either new or true depending on the kanji used. I think it could be a double entendre. Officially, Shin Ultraman is written in katakana, so basically you can choose what meaning you want to go with it there. Shin Godzilla is also in katakana, but the Evangelion Rebuild movies use the kanji for new.
Cool.
Fun facts. Thanks, Mark. That wasn't Mark. John Doe says this mandatory minigame is extremely FF7 in terms of the punching minigame.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Which, yeah, it felt excessive, but like thinking back to Final Fantasy VII, it's like, well, actually, there was maybe a little bit of restraint of not putting too much bullshit in here.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for the rail shooter.
My friend Dragonzor says Angelo was actually holding her up the whole time.
Supporting her.
Lopsop Doy says, what is the consensus on Rinoa as a character so far?
They're trying. She seems to be able, like, I don't know if she would pass the Betchel test, because all of her dialogue seems focused on figuring out what's wrong with Squall, which is what everyone is. But
yeah, I mean that the whole game is kind of based on that one. But yeah, Rinoa. What are Rinoa's motivations, and what are Rinoa's like hopes and dreams aside from shattering the wall around Squall?
The Egg of Dreams. I hope the game is intentionally setting her up like that so that she can be explored more in Disc 3.
Yeah,
I don't know if I want to give it that much credit.
Yeah, I mean, kind of as a character from like a personality standpoint, I like Rinoa. Like that,
she knows how to get to him.
Yeah, she
used to be Kistis' character, but whatever.
Yeah, exactly. She's taken on that role, and she's the only one that can kind of. I don't want to say it. You just said it, but shatter the Egg of Dreams. Yeah. Shit. Okay. Well, here we are. SSD Ninja says that ring has big hoodie in high school energy. Oh man,
I had a big hoodie. Decepticon logo up front.
John Doe says rip boner lion. Or whatever you name Griever. I guess John Doe.
Fake net.
Shy Guy 32 says, reminded me of the Liger bit from Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah, it totally has the same kind of...
Yeah.
Like, you're deep into your shit and you think it's really cool, but the girl is not impressed.
John Doe says this scene... this is talking about the ring scene. The scene would own if it weren't just smashed into this climatic end of disc battle sequence, which is kind of a microcosm for this whole, like, romantic subplot. Shy Guy 32 says, initializing Griever.
If you think about it's renamed Griever. The line that Seifer gave to Rinoa about last summer, and then you could interpret her actions after that as maybe not rekindling, but continuing that plot. Like maybe she does feel something for him.
Yeah. John Doe says, fatigued in all caps is a fucking mood. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Shy Guy 32 also got fingerprinted as a kid.
Yeah, we all did.
Flip Minix, who I believe is a European, says shit's wild. Yeah.
You ever see Europeans or someone when they figure out that Americans have to pay for birth?
Oh yeah, I've seen a lot of those realizations.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. John Doe says, "Sports Monsters own," and also let's point out that Sports Monsters is like all one word, which I think I like that word.
Sports Monsters.
Sports Monsters, really good. Yeah, a hockey version of Space Jam. Flip Minix says, "Cerberus, dog bless the ring."
Dog bless the ring.
Dog bless the ring, indeed. SSD just says, "Thank you for the Parappa reference, Eric. It was not missed." Yeah, I didn't miss that either.
Did you pick the toilet on the left?
Flip Minix on a roll says, "Angelo, dog bless the ring too." Thanks to RealNet for joining us today, this morning, this evening, wherever you are in this world. Thank you. One more comment. Lopstop Doy says, Irvine feels like a very important party member for a game that he got lost on the way to. This episode is a production of Retrograde Amnesia, recorded on September 5th, 2021. Thanks, Mark
Shepard,
for the music.
I guess they're not, because when I think about it, they usually have different hairstyles. In old video game terms, that indicates no, not twin.
Find us on Twitter at Retro Amnesia Pod. And if you like this podcast, please tell a friend and consider supporting us on Patreon at patreon.com/RetroAM. Get early access, bonus episodes, miniseries, voting rights, and access to the RealNet on Discord. Email the show at podcast@retrogradeamnesia.com. Until next time, Eric.
Yes, we will kill Chocoboy.
And now you may go back to sleep. Bling, 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 bling,
Super
ding,
clean, bling, bling.
ding, bing.
Here's my over and...
There's no breaks coming up here. Okay, I'm sweating. What is it? Mine's cobalt, I think.
Tungsten, maybe? It's written...
Wolfram? You're answering a question about Star Ocean?
in the Star Ocean channel.
Eric's in the wrong channel. Okay. You ready for the next one, Eric?
Yeah, other than the bringing that heat, son, you're gonna have to switch to this ice. Do you do iced coffee? I fucking hate iced coffee.
No, I don't do iced coffee. I like the warmth.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Eric.
Hey, Chris.
Oh, hold on. I was just thinking about Philip K. Dick the other day.
What's your favorite Philip K. Dick short story?
The one about the fucking garbage robots. I forgot what it's called.
initializing fake net.
That one was named Roog. In a moment, Eric will be unable to think of one called The Days of Perky Pat.
I can't think of my favorites either. It's the one about the Barbie game and the post-apocalypse.
I also like the one about the time traveling salesman or something.
That would be In Milton Lumpkey Territory.
Have you ever read Ubik, where you have to put a quarter in the door to open the door?
You mean a bathroom in any restaurant downtown?
But your own apartment as well.
Oh.
That book's weird. That's a whole book. There's a PS1 game for that.
In this country?
I don't know if it came out in the US, but it came out.
I've been studying PS1 games for years, and I still find brand new ones that come out, and it's like, there's a Beavis and Butthead Japan-only PS1 game. Like, there's just tons of stuff that never got... Crime Crackers? You can go play some Crime Crackers?
Ubik is a 1998 video game by Cryo Interactive based on the novel Ubik by Philip K. Dick. Came out in 1998. It is a strategy game.
Oh, hell with that. Sorry.
Yeah. The player has to lead, train, and equip a team of 5 combatants, including Joe Chip.
I don't care.
Joe Chip? You don't care about
No,
Joe
I don't give a
Chip?
shit about Joe Chip.
The backgrounds are pre-rendered.
Sally Doritos.
I've been on edge about sitting in the line of cars to pick my kids up from school and drop them off, because a lot of parents let their kids take their seatbelts off like way too early, I think.
What?
Because you're lining up in the cars in the neighborhood, and you've still got to cross the street a little bit. and like I see kids sticking their heads out the windows or popping up out the sunroof.
When you say seatbelt way too early, I don't have a kid, but I think those fuckers should always be in seatbelts in cars, like most humans.
No, I'm talking about like you're getting ready to drop your kid off from school and you let them take their seatbelt off.
I see, yeah.
But there's kids like that are just in these streets with their heads hanging out, and there's toddlers sitting in the front seat, and I'm like, you know, like in Mallrats when he gets upset about the kid in the escalator.
Yeah,
like that's me every morning. I'm like, fucking buckle your kid in. Like I don't let my kids unbuckle until we're on the school property. Stressful, man. I'm sweating already.
You're the neighbor yelling at the skateboarder in that scenario.
Yes.
Okay,
it's great. I love parenting.
Okay, great.
All right.
I went to her house one time. She had saloon doors in her basement.
Cool.
Yeah, I want to get those. Just fucking throw somebody out there.
Patreon.com/RetroAM.
I think it was Waypoint or someone. They were talking about in some states, the police officers would fingerprint kids as like fingerprinting, like explanation.
That happened to me. Like I remember that. I
don't think that happened to me, but that's fucked up.
It was traumatic.
Yeah,
I think
to get your fingerprints on record secretly.
Like, then if I ever accidentally fuck up, they're gonna find me.
Yeah, they're like, it's how we can locate you. No, it's how they can identify you in a crime scene. Maybe. Fucking forensics.
I'm burning my fingerprints off.
Next podcast, I'll bring my Dare trophy and we'll destroy it in your backyard. We'll hit it with baseball bats.
Sure.
Great. Fuck are we doing?
I wish I had time.
I'll show you that I'm better.
What, do you know that kid or something?
I hope his pants get caught and a bloodbath ensues.
What is with you today?
Don't get me wrong, I don't wish the kid harm, but his mother should suffer that horrific ordeal so she'll learn how to manage her child.
Sort of a harsh lesson, don't you think?
Man, there's not a year goes by, not a year, that I don't read about some escalator accident involving some bastard kid that could have been easily avoided had some parent, I don't care which one, but some parent conditioned him to fear and respect that escalator.